Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. I've got some pretty exciting news to announce. There's been a new update to the PTS tonight, and with it has actually brought in some pretty fantastic stuff with the return of Mischief Night. Now this won't be added into the game just yet, it will be coming hopefully in the next update, ready for most likely, I don't know, Halloween most likely I would guess. Now this was meant to come out last year and it got delayed and then it kind of went quiet. We don't know what the crack was with it, and now they've announced that it's going to be coming back into the PTS servers literally right now. You can go and test it out. If you don't know what this is, basically it's a kind of remake of an old event that they added into the game, which was a Halloween themed event. I never actually played it back in the day. It was during the time where the game decided to get an update and then all the files went corrupt, and I went through a couple of weeks of just kind of being in a huff for Fallout and not playing it, so I missed my kind of opportunity of playing it the first time round. But now they have made this new version of it, changed locations, and it's now located at the Rapidan camp, which is down in Skyline Valley, and it's completely different now. Like, it actually runs smooth. The previous one was crashing the game and stuff. I don't know why it didn't get added in the previous update last year, because to be honest, when I played it in the PTS, I didn't actually think it was too bad. I didn't think there was really any issues when I played it. The footage I'm showing is actually from when I played it previously, so yeah, it kind of ran fine for me and I didn't come across any major issues. I know this is something a lot of people have been looking forward to though, so it is good news and exciting stuff for a lot of people in the community. Now again, they've decided to be messing around with loads of just weapon changes. I'm not going to cover that because I feel like they're just changing this every week at the minute and it's hard to keep up with. So yeah, whatever's going to be with that is going to be. If you want to check that out, the link for the patch notes will be down in the description. Now they have also made a couple of extra changes. The item lock toggles that I made a video on, where basically you can lock items now to stop people from buying them or stop you from selling them or stop you from scrapping them or anything like that. You can lock whichever item you like, and it says 2 new toggles have been added to the item locking feature. Players can now choose if consumables, food, aid and plans can be used when locked. Players can now choose whether locked items can be moved between their stash and also their inventory. Another change which I quite like, which they've mentioned, is the ping and the emote kind of situation, where I don't know if it affected people that use keyboard that much, but if you use a controller it is really awkward because it's the same button basically on the D-pad. However, it used to be like you press down like just quickly on the D-pad and it would bring up your emotes. Then they swapped that to do this ping system that they added in, which I don't really feel like gets used that often. Maybe it does in the raids a little bit, but outside of the raids not so much. What they've decided to do is though is basically swap that over in a sense. So basically now instead of holding down the D-pad to get your emotes, you just tap it, and if you want to ping you've got to hold down the D-pad. Hopefully that makes sense. There's also a whole bunch of different perk changes. For the most part, I don't think there's any that really stood out too much for me. I mean, I'm not the hugest of kind of tester in terms of all this stuff, so maybe someone else in the community will kind of have a bit more strongly worded opinion on this. The only ones that really kind of would affect me in kind of my builds and stuff, they've got Tank Killer, which says reduced to 2 ranks, removed the stagger effect and now works with all ranged weapons. That's a nice little change there. Stabilize is a pretty cool one. Changed effect to big guns gain 30% accuracy and it doubles if you're in power armor. They've also changed Bloody Mess, so now they've removed the ranks 2 and 3, making me feel like it's only 1 rank now. So yeah, pretty cool there. Now that's just a quick scan over the perk changes. Feel free to comment on the ones that I've shown on screen if there's any that really stand out to you. There was also a whole bunch of little bug fixes and stuff, but I'm not going to go into the detail of all of them because a lot of them is just like gibberish. Like one of them is Xbox controller, press LS to switch between build and modify mode. They've just changed a button and it's in there. So I'm sure that's not really the end of the world right now, and we'll end up waffling on for ages if I cover all of it. But now though, that's the quick news of tonight. Hopefully that'll keep you up to date with everything going on, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and if you really want to support me out, make sure to drop a comment down below. Let's just use the stereotypical word which I like to do at the moment, which is algorithm, because we're really trying to push that algorithm to show some love on the channel. But yeah, thank you all for watching guys. Have a great evening, have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.